Is there something you have been working on? It's very close to your heart and it is your purpose. You know that. But for some reason, you feel like you are stuck or that you are stagnant or that there is something that doesn't allow you to go further. If that's your case, this might just be the right video for you to watch. There are moments in our life where we are involved with something that we find interesting. It is our purpose. We know deep inside this is what I should be doing. And I am happy that I get the chance to be doing this. I know that I am on the right path. But for some reason, things seem to have reached a point where you don't really know you should keep going. You don't really know if this direction is a direction that you want to keep going, or even if there is no doubt, you feel like there is more you should be doing or that you would want to be doing, and you feel that there is kind of an invisible wall in front of you. And listen, I'm pretty sure that everyone starting something new in their lives goes through phases like this. It is not only a constant upline, there are ups and downs, even if you keep going up. But what I'm here to say today is that some moments, even when we feel completely happy and we are still passionate and we know that this is what we're supposed to do, we can feel like we don't know how to do what we started off doing. And that is completely normal. I am pretty sure that anyone that you would ask that is now successful, one day or another, they've been into this moment, and probably many times in their careers, in their life. So what I came to understand with my own personal experience is that moments like this are a chance to stop and reassess your why. Why are you doing what you are doing? Why did you start in the first place? What was the motor behind what you are doing right now? And most of the times, because we get so busy, just understand that being passionate about something makes you focus. That's good, right? But also makes you go fast and go without thinking sometimes, because you have so much ideas, you have this dynamic going on to you, and suddenly you hit this crossroad, because always there is decisions to be made, choices and all of that, and that's amazing and good. And then we kind of get a little bit overcome by the fact that every step we give brings more. And that more sometimes is something that we were maybe not yet ready to deal with. And maybe we just need a short pause and to just go back to paper and start making a new plan. Because it's always good, if you have an initial plan for something you're doing, it's always good to at times sit and go look at it and say like, oh, this is something I already did and I would do this a different way right now. Because every stage of any project will bring new things. You will do research, you will learn to know yourself better, know your capacities better, you will acquire new skills, and that will obviously change your initial plan and make it better. And it is no shame to be further or to be just in the raw beginning of anything and to need a pause. There is no shame in that. That is actually a good thing. It means you're aware of yourself. And when we are following our true purpose, something we're passionate about, it makes us want to go fast, because you have a vision, you have a goal, and you see it in front of you. You can envision the person you're going to become after you achieve the things that you are working towards. That makes it go faster, harder, hotter, if I may say so myself. And sometimes it is good. And this is, I would say, even a higher self. I mean, I believe that we are all part of a divine. So for me, there is a part of you that knows, and that knows, okay, this is maybe the time that I need to kind of stop, look into my plans, and maybe rebuild certain things. I mean, reframe another, and maybe just make my project even more rich. In these times is a good moment to look at yourself and ask, why did I do what I did? Why did I start this project? What was the big image that I had, the big desire? What is my true passion? And by going back to the raw beginning, to the reason why you started, for who you started this, who were the people you were trying to reach, what was your end goal. And yeah, it can be you want to get rich, but maybe it is because you want to help someone. Maybe it is because you want to grow emotionally. You want to remake yourself into this person that you now envision. And whatever it is, as long as it is to better yourself in your life, it doesn't matter what it is, but it's always good to stop and ask yourself why. It doesn't matter where you are in your career. This happens a lot in the beginning because we get a lot of information when we start a new project, and we get new skills, and a lot of new things can make us sometimes start to want a lot of things at the same time, and that's totally fine. But sometimes we need to just reassess and think, hey, why was I doing this again? Oh, okay, so this is why, and this is who I'm doing it for. And ultimately, you're doing it for yourself. So you don't want to feel overwhelmed and stagnant. And sometimes all we need is to stop and then ask for help. Maybe ask someone else that is a little bit further, hey, did you have this kind of moments? How did you solve this and that problem? And you know, if you are just going the motions, sometimes you don't have the clarity to ask for help. And I came to this conclusion myself by doing my own projects and by following my own purpose. I came to the conclusion that sometimes I was just wanting to go too fast in a short amount of time, and I wanted to do things that I am supposed to do, but maybe a little bit further on the path. Like my coach always says, I should focus in the lowest hanging fruit because that's what I can reach right now. And sometimes we lose sight of that because we are so passionate and we just want to hit the goal. But it's totally fine that you have a main goal and that you see this really big road, but that you set smaller goals. Imagine the road for your goal and you see it's really long. It's a road full of pleasure, but it's also a road full of challenges. The best way to look into this is to set little goals. So if you look into the road, you will see smaller roads and you will have checkpoints. And every time you reach a checkpoint, it's going to be a victory to celebrate. So the secret here is, number one, to stop and ask yourself, why are you doing what you are doing? Why did you start this project? What was your dream? What did you want to achieve? Once you rewrite that and once you have that firmly in front of you, set yourself smaller goals into this really long road into your end objective. Set yourself with smaller goals so you can celebrate more victories. And there is a reward system in our brain. Every time that you reach a goal that you set for yourself, your brain has a reward system that will be set up, and then you will be producing all of this positivity hormones, and all of this chemistry is happening, and this will give you a boost for the next step. So the best thing is to go step by step. Doesn't matter what kind of steps you're giving, baby steps are steps. So for me, this has been working. I have been finding out and stopping, pausing, because I was a person that always thought that she had to do everything on her own, and that she would have to be perfect, and that I would have to be not only perfect but also fast, and I would have to get there and show them that I did it on my own. But honestly, what I came to understand is that there is really no reward in that. In the end, I would be burnout. I would not have had pleasure in the things that I was doing, and I would end up sometimes leaving things halfway because I didn't have the energy, I didn't know how to go forward, and I lost sight of what I was doing it in the first place for. So this is my personal experience. This is a very good way, and I think that will work for everybody, because the only thing you need is yourself. And isn't being aware of yourself and your passions and your desires something that you also want to achieve? Isn't that what it means to be your own boss, or to have success? To have done it in a way that you can feel happy and fulfilled. If you're feeling like this right now and you feel like you hit the wall and you don't know where to go forward, just give yourself space. Just give yourself a little time. That time won't hurt the project, I promise you. It will only enrich you, enrich your experience, and enrich the final goal. And celebrate. Celebrate each and every checkpoint, and ask for help. If you need something, I'm over here. And just know that doesn't matter where you are in your career. You're in the beginning or in the middle, you're even further. This can happen to everybody. More or less experienced. There is no shame in asking for help and saying to someone, hey, how did you got there on your own? And you're going to find out that maybe they didn't. Maybe the people you admire didn't got there on their own, and they had a lot of moments like this that they stopped to question themselves why they were doing this. Just try. Just ask around and you'll see. Tell me in the comments if there is some challenge that you are facing. Is there any project that you are dedicated and passionate about, but you feel like you can go forward? And if you think that this would help you. In the meantime, welcome home. Mwah.